Hey Aquarius, for some reason, I normally do the readings in order, but Aquarius is what came out of my mouth. So I'm assuming my ancestors want me to read for Aquarius. So I think the way they want me to do this is for me to read for the opposite sign, so the sister sign. So I just read for Leo, I'm gonna read for you Aquarius, and then, we'll we'll continue those readings that way. I don't know why, but Aquarius came out of my mouth. Maybe it's because it's the Aquarius full moon that's coming up. That's what this reading is all about. It's all about the Aquarius full moon. It is on the 9th of August, depending on where you are in the world. And if you guys missed your August readings, those are all uploaded. If you guys want to check those out, please check your your moon and or rising placements, specifically your rising signs, but I'm reading for Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising placements. Take what resonates, leave what does not. I am reading for both sidereal and Western astrological charts, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into it. We're just gonna shuffle through the cards and see what my ancestors and my guardians have gathered from the gods, from the higher powers, about this forecast of what is coming to you, Aquarius, to those born under the sign of Aquarius, under when the sun was in the constellation of Aquarius, and what you guys might be thinking about, what you guys might be feeling, and some advice regarding what to do with those feelings, what to do about those thoughts, okay? So Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising signs. We're going to go ahead and jump into your full moon in Aquarius messages. Please check your moon sign specifically for those of you who really want to understand how this full moon is affecting you, because it is the moon. So whenever you listen, if I'm giving a full moon or new moon reading, you need to check your moon sign, but also check your rising sign. Interesting. No wonder why. So this is confirmation that my ancestors want me to read for the opposing signs, because we have adversus. We are in Leo season right now as I'm giving you this reading, right? That is a lion. That is Leo. That is your sister sign. So there is something to be learned, something to be gained here under this Aquarius full moon, Aquarius, about, we have Cupid, Cupitus, desire. So we have opposition and we have desire. Okay. Questioning at the bottom of the deck. Questioning. Interesting. So there's something here, Aquarius. Leo has something for you, okay? For those of you, you may have Leo in your chart, and that is an explosive time right now with this moon in Aquarius and Leo, and the sun being in Leo, right? So the moon and the sun are opposing each other right now. So you may be feeling this in a very explosive way, okay? Now we also have desires. You have desires, Aquarius. There is something about, I was telling this to Leo, starting over or readjusting something. Like something may be off kilter, something is not working properly in your life right now. There are things that you want. There are things that you desire. There are things that you really, really want to make happen in your life. There's some things that you want to make happen within your relationships to other people or with other people. But there's something that's kind of being like I was saying to Leo, it's almost like feeling like you are a 1,000-piece puzzle that has, you finished it, all the pieces are together, it's looking beautiful, right? And then someone comes along and smashes it. And now, in that moment, you're feeling like, what just happened, right? I just finished this piece. I just finished this work of art. Like, why? you know, you may get upset at the person, or the, you know, maybe it's your dog or your cat or something happens where that piece, that 1,000-piece puzzle of all that work that you put into that puzzle gets broken, just smashed. And you can either choose, okay, you can either choose, Aquarius, to focus on like, why did this happen? How could you do this, right? Or you can just focus on something else to get, you know, and just be like, it's fine. It happened. I put in the work. I'm proud of myself, right? And maybe you go back to put that puzzle piece together, but then you learn your lesson. You learn maybe to, you know, put it someplace where it's not going to get smashed. Maybe you know, you pay more attention to your surroundings, right? Because sometimes we can just be so focused on something that we just become so invested in it, right? We become so, we have Neptune. Okay, we have, you know, mysticism. We have spirituality, escapism. You guys are gonna, you know, you guys are in your own world, Aquarius. You guys are very intelligent, very smart people, okay? So you may find yourself kind of in your own world of knowledge, wanting to find, under this full moon, you may feel like, I want to know more. You guys, I was saying this to you. Wow, there goes Leo. There's something about Leo, you guys. Some of you guys have very strong Leo placements, okay? Others of you are dealing with someone who has strong Leo placements in their chart, sun, moon, or rising signs, okay? You have the sun. So the sun is opposing the moon right now. This is a good time for you guys to kind of step back, create distance, okay? This is not like a situation of fight or flight where you need to fight or even fly, okay? This is a situation where you guys just need to just exist where you are. Find new knowledge within your circumstance, okay? What are your intentions at this time? You may also be focused on, like, what is this person's intention? What is someone else's intention towards you? You may be looking at your job or your relationships and looking at the potential, like, is there potential here? Or am I just focusing on potential instead of focusing on what is true? Right? Some of you guys, you know, there may be a situation where there's forgiveness. There's some forgiveness. You're forgiving yourself for, you know, some decisions that you've made that could have been better. You could also be forgiving someone else. Maybe, you know, maybe you're really, really hard on someone. Maybe there's someone who has Leo in their chart, you know, and maybe for a long time you just really didn't understand them. You didn't understand, why do they think this way? Why are they so stubborn? Why are this? Why? But you're also a fixed sign too, Aquarius, so you're also stubborn as well. But it could be that you and another person feel very strongly about something, right? You have this perspective about something, and there is no changing your mind. There's no changing their mind. There's no changing your mind. However, it could also be that, you know, in your relationships, you could be opposing someone, in opposition to someone, but it's like you really want them, or they really want you. You guys really want things to work out, but it's just like there's this like block with perspective. There's this block with, you know, this fixed placement in your charts with you and this other person, or maybe it's just you, or maybe it's just that person, where you guys just cannot see eye to eye right now. But that's the reason why this is happening, is to humble both of you, or to humble you, or to humble this other person, okay? To humble one of you, if not both. And this is where Neptune kind of steps in. where you just kind of need to, you know, some of you guys may need to just take a break. Maybe take a break in communication and just kind of escape, you know, just kind of do something good, really nice for yourselves, or just kind of take some time out to really focus on yourselves under this full moon energy. Really connect with your spirit. Maybe get more of a spiritual perspective of what it is, what's going on within this connection, or what's going on with when it comes to what you desire. Because some of you, Leo, if you're single, and maybe this is not so much about your relationships, maybe this is just about like what you want for yourself with your career, your education, travel, your health, how you present yourself to the world, right? Your overall mental and emotional health. And maybe you have had this perspective, Aquarius, of like, this is what I want for myself and this is how I'm gonna go get it. I don't care what anybody else says. I don't care what kind of advice people have about it. It's like, you have drawn out a map of how you're gonna get what you want, right? You've mentally drawn out a map of how you're gonna get what you want, but you kind of come to this point, Aquarius, where now the universe or the gods, the planets, the cosmic beings that are watching over us are making sure things are moving as they are, you know, making sure that our existence is existing the way it should, right? They could be looking at your map and saying, this isn't right. This isn't right. This needs to be adjusted. This needs to be fixed, you know. And that could be a bit of a sting. That could be very stingy for you, Aquarius, where some, you know, these cosmic beings, these gods, your ancestors, whoever, are just looking at your map that you've created for yourself, and they're just like, that's cool, that's awesome, but like, this needs to be adjusted, you know. Because at the end of the day, we're down here on this planet to be the best versions of ourselves, to heighten our awareness, right? So Leo has something to share with you about that. And there could be those of you, Aquarius, where Leos, either you get along with them very well or you can't stand them, okay? If you have a Leo friend or family member in your life, they may have some very good advice that you probably really don't want to hear. Okay. Now, others of you, if you are a Leo watching this, and you know, maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius, it's quite possible that your Leo energy is like not liking what Aquarius has for you. Interesting. Just like I was saying, this card says how the quarry sees issue. How the quarry, gosh, two different things. How the quarrant sees the issue. Power, understanding, and reality. So Aquarius, how you see things compared to how others see things right now when it comes to what you want. Like, you may have somebody who's saying like, oh, this is how you can get that. Here's like an avenue you can take, right? And you may be like, no, that's not what I want. Like, no, I got it, right? You know, you may have some people who have a different way of getting you where you need to be to get what you want, right? And you may not be like on board with that. Others of you, it's flopped. Maybe there's someone else where you, again, it could be this Leo energy. They don't have to be a Leo, but they could have this like really boastful, very powerful energy, fire energy, right? You may have somebody in your life who you're just like, you know, hey, maybe you can go this way. You know, maybe you can do this, maybe you can do that. Like, you've been very helpful in that way. And this person is just like, no, that's dumb. I'm not going to do that, right? Like, someone in your life could have the potential to be a really good partner or a really good business partner or a really good friend, whatever, but like, they're so stubborn. And this can be you. Maybe you and another person, like you guys have such amazing chemistry, or you guys could definitely like make an amazing couple, but you guys are stubborn, or you guys just see things differently. You have a different understanding of the world around you, right? We have the Fool. So we have the Hermit here, and then you have the Fool. So In order for you to take the next step, the next big step to change your life, you need to sit with yourself. You need to sit and understand the truth of the matter, Aquarius. I keep saying Leo, Aquarius. You need to sit with yourself, Aquarius. You need to take some distance. I feel like that's not hard for you guys to do. Positive surroundings, yes. Positive surroundings. Some of you guys may have had an upbringing where your parents were just really hard on you. And so the type of advice that you're used to getting, or the type of treatment that you're used to getting, is very like rough around the edges, a little bit, again, a little bit stingy. Bottom of the deck, you have power again, understanding, and reality. What is true? What is true, Aquarius, under this full moon? Like, this is what is true. You may not agree. You may not agree with someone on something. That's okay. You may not agree. But just because you don't agree, yep, control of self, emotions at the bottom of the deck. You may not agree with something because, again, your ego or your emotions are saying, I don't like that. How dare they say that to me? How dare they present this to me, right? But maybe the truth is that what they're saying is right. Maybe what they're saying is right. And, you know, you just need to kind of sit with yourself. You need to go into hermit mode. You need to look at the facts, right? Just look at the facts. Just be like, you know what? Maybe this person's actually right. Maybe I just need to change up my tune here. Okay, let's go ahead and see what these, let's see what the tarot have to say to you guys, okay? But yeah, somebody could have some really, really good advice for you. And it could be a Leo, Aquarius. Could be a Leo. Okay. Could be a Pisces. Could be a Pisces energy, okay? Could be a Pisces. Someone who really sees, you could have a friend, Aquarius, or maybe this is you as well, but you could have someone in your life, or maybe you come from a family where they can see beyond the veil, or they can communicate with spirits beyond the veil. Yeah, create boundaries. You have the Queen of Swords, you guys. So you guys may be quick to cut somebody off because you're just like, I don't understand you. I don't understand why this is how you deal with things. You could be very quick to judgment. The way you see the situation is like, I need to cut this person off, or I need to get out of here, right? I'm done, right? Let's see what the Hermit is talking about. But I'm just getting that the issue is not necessarily with the person. It's kind of with your perspective, right? Hermit card, yeah, Two of Wands, planning. Okay, that's Aries. So we have Gemini. We have Aries here, we have Virgo here, we have Pisces, we have Leo. So this Sun in Leo energy in Leo season for this Aquarius full moon is feeling very, again, explosive. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is like persevering. So it's like you need, okay, Aquarius, what I'm getting is see the positive within the situation that you're in. Yes, the puzzle's been smashed, right? Everything's been smashed to smithereens. Something's been broken, right? Something's not working. And you may feel, okay, well, since it's not working, I'm just going to go find the next thing that does work, right? Some of you guys are pregnant. Some of you guys just had a baby. And this can also cause your perspective to be a little bit, can cause you to change your perspective about things or about someone in your life. Six of Discs at the bottom of the deck of generosity. So guys, there is still more to gain and more to give within this situation, okay? Whether it's a relationship, friends, family, business partnership, co-workers, your boss, your significant other, there is more to gain. There is more to learn within this situation. Because the way you see it, you're just like, there's nothing more for me here. I gotta go. And again, that's totally fine if that's the conclusion that you come to. But just remember that these lessons, just because you leave the situation, does not mean that these lessons are done with you, right? But I just get the sense that let's go ahead and clarify the Queen of Swords here really quickly, and we'll conclude your reading, Aquarius. But I just really get this strong sense that you are so quick to leave a situation because you're just like, it's not working out. And it's because you're judging something from a very harsh standpoint. And it could be because of your family. It could be because of, your astrological chart. It could be because of what you've been through. And so you judge things harshly, and you're just like, this person is not like in sync with what I want, right? But then again, what is true? Is this person doing things, or do they exist in a way that just goes against what you believe? Do they communicate in ways with you that you feel is just like not sufficient enough or not efficient enough for you, right, in the relationship? This is where you need to kind of ground yourself, Aquarius, and just take notes. You may be in a relationship with someone who is actually teaching you endurance. They're teaching you, that life doesn't always have to be so serious. You are being taught, whether it's a person or a spirit guide or just life, there's someone or something that is teaching you how to be confident within the circumstances, to not lose your head when something breaks or when something is not working properly. Instead of leaving it behind and tossing it out and throwing it away to get something new, maybe you need to just look and see, how can we fix this? What parts are not working, and how do we get that part to work again? How can you help this person? And maybe this person doesn't necessarily need your help. Maybe you just need to give this person space to learn on their own. But there's something about your judgment here, how you're judging this situation. It might be a little bit harsh, Aquarius, and this full moon in your sign is going to kind of highlight that. Okay? Go after what you want, for sure. But there's always going to be some type of opposition there. Whatever you end up gaining in your life that you really want, there's going to be opposition there, because there's still a lesson to be learned. Okay? So let's go ahead and clarify the Hermit. I'm still waiting on my ancestor to get, and we're also going to clarify the Ace of Discs here. Yeah, Ten of Swords. So yeah, this is about ego being destroyed, putting your ego aside with this situation. So pulling your energy back, not causing any arguments, not trying to have like deep conversations with anybody, just pulling your energy back and focusing on the truth of the matter, right? Focusing on your self-improvement and killing the ego. Killing the ego is important. 10 of Cups, love it. That's that positivity. If you choose, Aquarius, to stick with this person or to see this situation to the, to the light at the end of the tunnel, you will see that it's not as bad as you've made it out to be. Maybe you need to hang around people who do have that that positive attitude of like, everything is gonna be okay, you're gonna be fine, right? The people involved, like if you love them, if you care about them, like, and they love you and they care about you, it's gonna be fine, right? That's what I'm getting here. Six of Pentacles again. Guys, Six of Pentacles in two different decks. If you're hand in hand with someone, or if this is a job, right? If you want relationships that you can just be hand in hand with and you can feel safe with, you have to give your permission to feel safe there. Because I'm getting the sense that some of you Aquarius, under this full moon, you're going to really face some issues with yourself when it comes to trust. Does that make sense? those are the messages that I have for you guys, Aquarius, for this full moon in your sign in Aquarius. Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, Aquarius.